Yeah.
Okay, so here I am with Will McNicol, who's just coming to play in the shed today. Hi, Will. You've just been on tour, haven't you?
That's it, Gerald. Literally just walked through the door, so I may look a bit dazed.
And you made a new CD.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it. What's it called?
Sure. So it's called Dragonflies, Frogs, and Bumblebees. And there's a bit of a story behind that, you know, from where the inspiration came from, my back garden, basically.
Yes.
Wrote a little theme for those critters and got them to work together, and I thought was quite a nice title, and all the artwork kind of goes with that. So yeah.
And how's it going? Are you selling loads?
Oh yeah, millions.
Millions. Oh yes, millions.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's been going really well. I've been really happy with the response. It's been kind of in the pipeline for years, really. It was nice working with Clive Carroll as producer as well. He gave me a few hints and tips, and kind of gave it a good old polish, which was
very nice.
Yeah, very good.
And you've been in China before this, haven't you?
That's right. Yeah, I was in China September of last year, and that was amazing. That was my first tour over there. Yeah, incredible. And heading back there in May.
Tell us a little bit about that. What did you do?
Yeah, so I mean, I did a fair few dates, did a lot of travelling around. Started off in Guangzhou with Martinez and those guys, and teamed up with them for the tour. And then we kind of did a lot of flying around. Ended up in Beijing to finish it all off.
Wow.
Having done about, I think it was like 9 or 10 stops or something along the way.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, it was an amazing. I mean, haven't even been to Asia before, so it was it was an amazing experience. I loved it.
How did it go down?
Very well. Yeah, I was really pleased. Like, you know, some of my stuff had already been over there on like the Chinese equivalents of YouTube and all of that stuff, and it had been getting some, you know, luckily quite favourable comments. So it was interesting turning up to these places and people actually already knowing my music. Like I was played in Beijing. A guy turned up to the gig and basically played me my entire back catalogue better than I can. I was like,
they do that.
Yeah. Like, goodness me.
So it's quite interesting because I only really know classical guitarists in China. Do you think there's more of a crossover? Are they interested in what you do? Yeah. You know, as such, because it's your own music you play, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, I'm predominantly kind of building around my own compositions, I suppose, and. Yeah, I think there is a bit of it. I think the acoustic guitar scene is really burgeoning over there now.
Really?
And it's really, there's a bit of a buzz around it. Wherever I went and did masterclasses or whatever, there was a big kind of cohort of people, you know, both classical but also acoustic and some kind of crossover going on as well, which is always lovely to see.
So what instrument did you use? Did you play a steel string or did you play nylon string?
Yeah, I played both. So when I was over there, because I always gig around with two guitars, like a nylon string and a steel string guitar. Yeah. And so I played a Martinez crossover guitar and a Mason steel string. So,
right, tell me about the crossover guitar. That sounds interesting.
Sure. So the idea behind that is that it's kind of halfway between a steel string and a classical. So it's got a longer, narrower neck. Yes. So a 14 fret to the body neck, slightly narrower than a classical, but wider than an acoustic. Has a cutaway. A relatively narrow body, but very comfortable to play. So it's kind of, I suppose it's supposed to be designed, I think, for steel string players who want to kind of move into some more nylon string playing and not be completely intimidated by, you know, a big brute of a classical guitar, you know. So it's kind of, that's the idea.
That brutal. So is it a nylon strung guitar, basically?
That's it, yeah, exactly.
Has it got a longer string length?
Yes,
So it's 67?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but something like that.
66. Yeah. So, and how do you find it? Is it nice to play? Is it
perfect
easy?
for me? Yeah. Perfect for me because, you know, that's where I found myself working halfway between classical and acoustic. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I've always been most comfortable slap bang in the middle. So as I'm kind of swapping between the instruments, it doesn't feel like I'm swapping between two different beasts entirely. It's quite nice to have a bit of continuity.
Great. And so, do you use a microphone to amplify?
Pickups inside the guitar, but yeah, there'll be a microphone in the guitar.
Oh, I see.
As part of the pickup system. So it's usually like an undersaddle piezo with a microphone blend system. So yeah.
And the other guitar, Mason. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So that was a steel string because obviously Martinez and Mason are kind of like, you know, sister companies, and yeah, the Mason was a lovely steel string that they, you know, I tried a few when I went to their factory and offices there, and I tried a few, and I just settled on one that kind of kind of fitted between underneath the fingers quite nicely, and yeah, just toured around with that. So it was easy. It was a dream. It's lovely. Yeah.
So what about travelling with two instruments? How did you find that?
Yeah, that's always a bit of an issue, and it's but like you know, I was very lucky to have an assistant and a translator with me at all times.
Yes.
So he was able to kind of take one, and I was able to take the other. But
I see.
Didn't come across any issues like on the internal flights in China. You know, they were just happy to let you kind of walk on with it into the cabin, which is, you know, unheard of in this country. I think.
Yes.
Like, you know, usually kind of have to have a pretty epic battle before they
you
let
do.
you do
You're
that
right.
Thing,
yes.
You know. But yeah, in China they didn't even bat an eyelid, so that was quite refreshing.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And so, what are you going to play tonight?
Yeah, so I'll probably play a considerable amount from the new album.
Yep.
Give that a bit of an airing, but a few of the older tunes as well, and maybe a couple of tunes from the classical repertoire as well, if I'm feeling up to it. So we'll see.
Great!
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
So, and you're going back to China soon, aren't you?
That's right. Yeah, popping over in May, and hopefully we'll see each other in Chengdu.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
It's fantastic. So see you then, and best of luck tonight.
Thanks,
and
Gerald.
enjoy.
Thanks for having me.
We've got a lot of friends coming tonight, and they're all keen to see you.
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Cheers.
Nice one. Cheers.